It's finally that time. The last domino has fallen. The final booster box is sold out from the Pokemon Center. The last remaining one was Temporal Forces. You can see now out of stock. So even the Pokemon Center does not have booster boxes available finally. And this has me feeling like we're in the end game now, Tony. We're in the end game now. It seems like we are in the end times, and you know, things aren't quite as bad as you'd think, and I'm going to show you guys why in this video. But something that we do need to touch on, we've touched on in many videos in the past, is that temporal forces just recently selling out usually means that we are going to be seeing a price increase on this booster box. It usually happens somewhat quickly-ish. Sometimes it can take time, but the most recent ones we've seen move up fairly quickly into, you can see this was already above MSRP right here on TCG Player at 176. MSRP, if you're not familiar, is 161 for the new era. It used to be like 143, I think, for the Sword and Shield era. But 176 already above MSRP. What we usually see is the boxes tick up to around 180, then 190, then 200, usually, right? That's kind of what we see. So currently, you can still, as of this recording, it is earlier in the morning on March 9th. You can still pick these up on TCG Player for 176 shipped from starred sellers right here. So this is still available. And the reason I bring that up, we can zoom, check out the recent sales. Recent sales pretty consistent on TCG Player right here. But on the eBay side, we're already seeing 200. This is over a $200 sale with shipping, right here. Temporal Forces. We scroll down. Next sale right here, 195. I don't. This one seems a little high, but 240. And then before that, there is a little bit of a lower sales in the 180s, and this one's 190 when you factor in shipping. So comparatively to what's happening on eBay, TCG Player is currently cheaper. Usually, it doesn't always work that way, but a lot of the times TCG Player can be a little bit more expensive, and then eBay's a little cheaper. But clearly, this is not the case, as you guys are seeing. So it doesn't always work that way. It's not a guaranteed thing. So you can pick these up at a more reasonable price on TCG Player. Now, the silver lining. There is some positivity to be had here. There are still Pokemon products that can be had plentifully at MSRP. They are starting to dry up. I will acknowledge that. So this is what, when you go to TCG, it does show some of the accessories, I'm sorry. But this is what's currently available on the Pokemon Center website, right? You obviously have the Tropicos UPC. It's expensive. It's 120. Astral Radiance Build and Battle Stadiums. You get a lot of packs out of these if you're not familiar. You get, I think it's 12 packs. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Combined Powers. You got the Paldea chest. There's other boxes, right? You got the holiday things. You got the Armarouge collection. You got a Morpeko collection. So there are products available if you want packs at MSRP. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about probably the ones I would pick out of these, what's currently available on the Pokemon Center. First up, the Paldea Adventure Chest. Now just hear me out. Hear me out before you go. So you get packs, right? Scarlet and Violet base. That's been going up. Paldea Evolved. Nice set. Obsidian Flames. You get some packs, 6 packs, and this promo. Now the reason I bring up this, but you also get these other ones. I don't think these are really worth anything. I honestly didn't even bother to check. It's this Pikachu that we're focused on right here, right? The Pikachu, because this is a bigger box too, and you get the little Pikachu figure. So this is a larger box, but if you're looking to open some packs and get a promo out of it, you can see right here, yeah, 6 packs, right? Just like is shown in the photo. But you get the promo, the Pikachu promo. It's a nice promo. They're all like frolicking in the springtime. It's a nice card. The Tandem Mouse. It's fun. So this is a $10, $11 card right now, currently. $11 market price. So out of your $50 box, you're getting $11 back in the promo if you want to offset the cost to just open packs. Okay, so that is and you get some other stuff, like I don't know if you can sell this little Pikachu figurine or sell the other promos or offset. I don't know. There's stickers in here too. So that is available, right? And actually, most recent sales, a few have been in the $13 range, and lowest listeds right now they're around 11. But maybe this goes up a little bit. You can see not that many listings till we get down here into the $13 range. So maybe this Pikachu goes up. However, there's also another option for this as well. These are the last solds right here for the PSA 10s. Okay, 95, 95. This one's 60, but then 97. You got a 72. You got a 96. You got 80s. So, PSA is backed up. I will acknowledge that if you send this card out, you're probably not going to get it for a long time, and that's okay. But just know that, it can help offset your value, right? You pay for this box at 50 if you get a gradable copy. I understand you're not just going to guarantee to PSA 10, but if you want to rip some packs and you're looking to offset the value, they do become pretty affordable at that point. So and you don't have to grade. If you don't grade, no big deal. You can also just submit through GameStop too these days. They do make it really easy for anyone to grade cards. So there is that aspect for the what's it called, the Adventure Chest, Paldea Adventure Chest. So and even if you just wanted to pick one up, like, you can open some packs and keep the promo. It's just like, it is a nice promo, right? So there is some hope in the world, right? There are packs that can be had if you're looking from the Pokemon Center, right? I know a lot of people are looking for they go to their Walmarts and Targets to buy an MSRP. You could buy MSRP directly from the Pokemon Center. So keep that in mind that these are available. Then we have the Morpeko, the V Union box I wanted to talk about a little bit. The V Union box, it's got, if you want some Sword and Shield, right? So once again, hear me out. Let me explain before you click away. You only get 4 packs, right? But you are getting Fusion Strike and Brilliant Stars. So, Fusion Strike being the higher regarded set with the Gengar potential pull, but you get Brilliant Stars with the potential Charizard pull, the alternate art, and then you get the Morpeko, the promos. I don't think those are really doing a whole lot, but this is $30. And I got my thing out of order here. But when you look at the price, like, look at what Fusion Strike packs are doing, right? So you got 2 packs at, we'll call this $9, right? 2 packs at $9, you're at $18, and then 2 at $6.50-ish. We'll call it $6.50, rounding up, right? So that's 13. 18 plus 13. You guys do the math, okay? This is the price of the box, 30, and then plus the promos. So not the worst deal in the world. It's only, like I said, it's only 4 packs, and the box is rather large. Pokemon Company on the US side loves to waste plastic and cardboard and take up way too much space. But that's not what this is about, but that's one of my little gripes. But especially, the Japanese side is so efficient. But Sword and Shield packs available at MSRP. Well, the packs don't really come out to MSRP, and I don't know how easily you can offload these promos. If you wanted to, it's probably not, but if the pack price kind of starts to make sense when you really start to dive into what you're actually getting. Okay, so once again, these are available on the Pokemon Center. Then we have the Combined Powers Premium Collection. If you scroll down right here, this is 11 booster packs, right? And it looks like in here, you're going to get your Lugia promo with the Ho-Oh, Lugia, Suicune. And then you do get a Mr. Mime Holo promo as well. I do think that is worth something. I did not pull that up for this video. If you know what that's worth, let me know in the comments. But, you get your Paradox. You get your Scarlet Violet base. You got your Obsidian Flames. Looks like there's, this is Paradox as well. Yeah, so you're getting packs, right? At $60 with the promos. So once again, factor in if that you think that's worth it for you. You get, some people like these giant cards, some people don't. I feel like for the most part, you just get stuck with them. But you could give this away to a kid. You have to know somebody. Go to just give it away if you're not interested. The kids love these giant cards. Not all of them, but I feel like most of them, smaller kids too, for sure. So they'll probably appreciate the promos if you're just looking to do something nice and just offload them to a kid, donate them to your card store to give away, whatever you want. Somebody will appreciate them. Find a home for them instead of just, I know there's a lot of people who probably toss those, right? So this is what's available from the Pokemon Center currently. And there's even some other stuff too as well, but I feel like these are probably the ones that are more likely to pick up. And it is interesting because it wasn't that long ago really that we would probably looked at this product, and even the Terapagos UPC to a certain extent, and been like, ooh, probably not at that price, not as good. But these sets are starting to go up, obviously. I mean, we see where the booster boxes are at. Everything's starting to get really expensive. Obsidian Flame, Scarlet Violet base right now too, and Paradox is a deep set with a lot of illustration rares. You could pull the Groudon. If you want to hunt the Drowsy from SV base, or I like the Gardevoir from SV base. So these boxes as the days go on are starting to look more enticing as things go on as well. So in summary, though, Temporal Forces being sold out of the Pokemon Center. Now, we haven't seen, like I said, the booster boxes haven't really moved on TCG Player, right? And not the singles, sometimes will move in correlation with that as well. Not always, but sometimes. And we haven't really seen too much of the singles prices moving on that. But what we can see is if you're not super familiar with Temporal Forces, we can just take a look here at the set, and you can kind of see where things are at if you're wanting to pick up a booster box, whether it's to hold sealed or to open potentially. Because like I said, those are available on the TCG Player at a more reasonable price. You could save yourself some money there. But you have these variant versions, the Raging Bolt, the Walking Wake, the Gouging Fire here. You got these variant where I will admit, I was never the biggest fan of these versions of these Pokemon, but these cards are very stunning looking. These special illustration rares, also the Iron Crown and the Iron Leaves, very stunning in person. These are really nice looking cards. I will admit that. I do have I picked up this card at a somewhat local card shop in a 10 just because it was a rather affordable. This was like before the market started popping off. Just because I saw it and I was like, that looks really nice in person. Right, so you do have some nice cards. Obviously, the Ghastly and Morty's Conviction here, heavy with the Gengar and the Ghastly. Nice IRs with the Metagross. The Arbok is one I really like as well. We can pull that one up. I don't think it's moved too much. And then like even we'll pull up a few of these here just to take a look at them. The Arbok right here is one that comparatively to some of the illustration artists that have been popping off, bought out, whatever you want to call it, right? This is one where I'm like, I still feel like, this one should be more expensive maybe, or should have had a bigger run. This is a nice looking card. I did pick this up in a PSA 10 before this pop off. This was a little while ago. Yeah, you could have, I think you could have got the PSA 10s for around 50, 60 at the time when I picked up my copy, somewhere in that range. But, keep in mind, these have popped off up 121%. They used to be, sub $10 3 months ago. But now, they did go up to 22, came back down to 18, and then they're up to around 19, 20-ish. I like the design of this card. I do think it's really cool, and being upside down, curled around the thing, and with the moon. So it's a nice looking card. I like this one a lot. I feel like I don't know. I don't know why this one hasn't gotten the same treatment as some of the other ones popping off, but maybe people just don't like Arbok as one enough. But I don't know. Team Rocket and Gen 1. But anyways, the Litten is also a nice one that I just kind of appreciate. I'm not a cat person. Like, I mean, I don't mind cats. I like them. I feel like they're always mean to me. I'm a dog person. But I like the Litten just sleeping here and the other one peeking out. I just like it. It's just a nice one. Now, a lot of illustration rares are up big, okay? But this one's up 95% in the past 3 months. And this one, like nearing the Arbok, it's like $20. A little bit more than the Arbok. $20 market. And so that's when I compare the two and I go, well, I'd rather have the Arbok personally, but the Litten is a really nice card if we're talking illustration rares. And then the Shiftry from the set, it's just a cool looking art. I'm not the biggest fan of this Pokemon in particular, but this one is shooting up recently. You can see a lot of sales right here, February 20th at $9, and it shot it up. And we're at like 17 market currently. Be careful chasing those highs, these big highs on some of these illustration rares. Just keep that in mind. We made a video talking about it, so you could go back and watch that if you want. But yeah, 150% just in the past month. I mean, and if we zoom out right here, 328% on the year. You go to Litten, 171% on the year. You go in Arbok, 195% on the year. So in theory, we'll probably see some movement on singles. I don't know to what extent, but I will keep you guys updated as things are moving. What else? Do we have anything? And like, the Metagross is one that's been. I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention the Sawsbuck and the Deerling because, like, color wise, I mean, come on, right? These are really nice cards, and you know what? This is. We'll pull these up just to end the video off here. These ones, I want to say these ones popped off earlier, and you can see, the Sawsbucks. What if we zoom out a little bit? Yeah, I mean the Sawsbuck's been on a more steady climb, I would say. Yeah, and I remember when it popped off into the 20s. Now we're seeing into the $35 for the Sawsbuck and the Deerling. But yeah, these are really like color wise connecting. I don't know how much and they do connect obviously going to the pink here. So they go like this, left to right, pink to the Sawsbuck. He's running to the Sawsbuck. The Deerling is. And Deerling, in the 20s. You can see a lot of purchases happening recently. So once again, be careful with the whole illustration rare thing, but that doesn't deny that these aren't nice looking cards. So I did want to artwork wise, the colors are very color palette very unique how they design these cards. So yeah, those are nice cards as well. I do like them. So this set, it kind of like for me, it's building up for it's grown on me is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I had a little brain fart. It has grown on me, and the Metagross is another one that's talked about from the set as well. People like this as an IR. It's a cool looking card. I do like this one, but this one popped off to around 38. It's come back down to around 31. So we'll see where it ends up. Last sold's in the 20s, 27. So looks like Metagross coming down. This is why I just said just be a little careful with the illustration rares that are popping off like big. A lot of them retracing. So just be careful if you're looking to pick up some of those cards. However, like I said, this is more about the booster box being able to pick up. I don't know, think if there's any sleepers on page 2, but let's just take a look. Oh, there is. You know what? There is. There is a sleeper on page 2 that I do like. It's just a nice card. I'm not saying that this is like a big play and pick up the Grotto. I just like this Grotto with the Merrills. It's just a nice card. You got a Starly. It's just a nice looking card. I liked him like trudging through the grass carrying the Merrill. That's all. It's just the collector in me just like I like the Grotto. That's all. So yeah, be careful once again chasing these prices, but there is a little bit of a sleeper on page 2 that I do like. And some other illustration rares as you start to look, there's a few down here that are decent little cards. Art wise. I heard that there's a big thing with this card. I'm not a musician by any means, but the way that these chatots are arranged is like a song or notes. They represent notes on the scale. So you can see was it treble clef? I don't know. It's been a while. This is what it's called, right? Treble clef? I'm not a musician guy. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, and it's making a song or something here. So this one's up 268% in the past 3 months, up to around $11. That's a little hidden fact for you guys. I think I saw that on TikTok. Somebody posted that on TikTok. So I can't remember who posted. It was a long time ago. I would love to give credit for that. So we're feeling like we're in Endgame now with no booster boxes being available. However, there is plenty of stuff to be had for reasonable prices considering where the market is at. If you want to rip packs, open packs for yourself, they are available. Even some Sword and Shield stuff like that. Astral Radiance, the build and battle, I think, is one of those. If you want to pick up more packs from a Sword and Shield, let me just double check the pack count while I'm talking about this. It's an affordable way to be able to open some packs, and so yeah, it's 12 packs in all. So it was 12 packs in all, and you get the decks. So if you wanted to get into the TCG, you could have some pre-made decks and you could play with somebody. So you got the same deck, so it's even or fair, however you want to do it. But 12 packs in there. So Sword and Shield available, SV era available. Maybe not the sets you want, not all of them, but it is still available. It is out there to be had. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on like what's available. Are you guys still just kind of down? Have you been sleeping on the Pokemon Center? And then also, what do you think about Temporal selling out? Like, where is that going to go? How high do you think what do you think it's going to end up at? But that's all I have for this one, guys. Oh, I should have mentioned this earlier. But if you're this far in the video, we do have it's probably popping up on the screen here somewhere. We have a giveaway. Make sure you enter the giveaway. It's probably this one. Enter the giveaway. It's free to enter. Just watch this video. If you can watch it all the way through, I'd appreciate it. If not, no worries. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.